After finding the voice of the forest, the infected Kwolok will swallow it and a chase sequence will start. Now run towards the left of the screen and use the lantern to sling towards the wall. Keep going, but be careful of the hands that are coming out of the ground beneath you. When approaching the water, dive as deep as you can to avoid the falling rock. Follow the route along the water and dash out of the water to avoid being hit by the rock that is being pulled down. Avoid the fish and again dash out of the water. Keep going left and the sequence ends. Now the real boss fight starts. Kwolok has two phases and uses a variety of random attacks. The first attack is his tongue attack. You can tell when he is about to lash out his tongue when he slightly lifts his head backwards and his lower jaw swells up. You can avoid this attack by dashing away. Sometimes he will also hover towards one side of the screen, sit down and shoot projectiles at you. You can redirect these projectiles to do some damage. The third attack is a belly smash, where he simply smashes onto the ground. This is preceded by Kwolok moving towards the top of the screen. Dash away and you should be safe. If he does this attack near the middle of the screen, the midsection of the ground will be replaced by spikes, which makes the fight a bit more difficult. The third attack is when the monster controlling him attacks you with its hands. You can actually tell from the background whenever he is about to perform this attack, and the screen will also shake a little bit. You can avoid these by running left or right whenever you notice that the screen is starting to shake. If possible, try to go from one side of the screen to the other, so you will not be caught between the two pair of hands reaching out from the ground. Kwolok will also slam into the ceiling, causing rocks to fall down in random places. You can actually tell where the rocks will come down by the small debris falling down and the dust on the ground. He sometimes will swing his arm towards you when you are too close. This can be easily avoided by dashing away from him. Actually, the best tactic I found is to repeatedly hit its lower jaw with the spirit smash. This will occasionally stun him. Whenever he is open to an attack like this, or if he moves around, try to get close to do some damage. In his second phase, most of his attacks stay the same, and he will also have some extra attacks. The first one of these extra attacks is where he will dive down underwater and tries to suck you in. Keep dashing away underwater to avoid being eaten. And don't try to get out of the water since the surface is being covered by the monster that is infecting him. This is probably a really useful tip. There is a way to have him not being able to perform this attack by dashing out of the water as high as possible whenever you see him going near the surface of the water. So right at this moment over here, stay above the water in the air. He will dive halfway down the water and then rise up to the surface again. The second attack is similar to the one where he is sitting down and shoots projectiles at you. But this time the projectiles will follow you. Redirect them to do some damage on him. But be careful though, if the midsection of the ground has been destroyed in your first phase, make sure you don't propel yourself into the spikes when redirecting these projectiles. The third extra attack he has, he spits shadowy like missiles from his mouth. Try to avoid these by dashing away under or above the water. Only when these missiles hit the water, they will leave a poisonous trail behind, which will damage you. So if you are having trouble avoiding these, try to be above the water surface, so you will only have to avoid the missile itself. As for attacking, remember the same tactics from earlier. Only this time, dash out of the water and try to get some hits in once you see an opening. Keep trying and you will eventually beat him. Good luck! If this video was helpful to you, don't mind giving this video a like, leave a comment and also subscribe to this channel. I'll see you next time.